busy day. What?
We have enough light in here?
Look what you did. This is giving me OCD.
Huh?
Look at the thing. This is giving me OCD.
What do you want me to do?
Well, don't move it until I move it. You're giving me anxiety. I have complete and utter anxiety.
Okay, well.
I'm working through an OCD moment right now, and it's really hard for me not to get up and fix it.
And I'm working through an exhaustion.
We all have exhaustion. Get over it. Hi, Purple Jack. Hi, Jenny.
You have the biggest double standard of anybody I've ever met in my life.
Ditto.
When you got a problem, it's a mountain.
Ditto.
When everyone else got a problem, deal with it.
Ditto.
Get over it.
By the way, buddy, I think you're talking about yourself.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Get over it.
Whatever. Fucker.
Forget about it.
Fuck it. Oh,
Forget about it.
guys. It was Heather. Oh my God. She's referring me to the head and neck specialist. So I have a TMJ specialist I go to at the end of August. But now she put in the referral for the head and neck specialist because she's like, Danielle, your neck is so
Good afternoon, everybody.
So.
Tapping is clapping.
That's so
If
cheesy.
you guys-
Don't do that again.
That's what they say in the battles.
That's such a turn
Tapping
off.
is clapping. If you can tap, it will bring more unsuspecting people in.
You have wines on top.
Unsuspecting, they have no
I got
idea.
6 bottles at the grocery store today. Hi
$2
Jay,
Chuck?
how are you? No, it's $6 Chuck on sale.
$6
No,
Chuck?
it's actually.
Well, $3 Chuck is probably $6 Chuck now, so. I don't know what that was.
No, I don't either. I am 10 years younger. How did you notice, Destiny? It's my estrogen.
I feel 10 years older.
It's estrogen cream around my eyes. You know, people use it around the coochies. I use it around my eyes to stimulate. Ooh, my eyes twitching. Maybe that's why.
We have Mark here today because I was at the doctor's office even before, like when I have to take my dad in the morning. Mark made some appointment for 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, literally, the night shift was leaving. Nurses were walking in. It was dark. 3 boxes. Oh, of the Chuck?
Yes, I've talked to Deb today. I did skip this morning, Goodman. We didn't sleep last night, and Mark came at 5 o'clock in the morning. Mark was supposed to be here at 5:30, and he's nothing but prompt, but early. So we both woke up to Coco!
And the dog's going absolutely bananas, which got my dad up. So we were all up at 5 in the morning. I wish I had some video of the first thing in the morning, but you don't think about it.
So, you know, it's crazy to think about, how much I had accomplished by 7 a.m. Hi, Mary. How are you, girl? Yeah, I will be back tomorrow. No, you're all right. She knows. We talked. Deb's well aware of my state of mind. Can you see me? New account. Hi, Trina. I see you, girl. I see you. Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry, you guys. I was on the treadmill at like 6:30 a.m. And I just read because I haven't been reading, and I thought I needed to just have some moments of my solitude while I was half asleep and pissed off that I was up and running at 6:30 in the morning.
Hi, Tamara. And I was at the doctor's office at 6 in the morning with Mark.
But I'll be there tomorrow. I promise you. I will be up and I will be there.
And if you want to watch the video, you'll find an amusing.
Ew, Trina. I'm
I
sorry.
got up.
I don't know what happened. Sorry. I don't know what happened. You weren't blocked on my account, so sometimes people. It's weird how TikTok, YouTube works. But okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Whatever I was going to say, is gone. It's gone. Oh, yeah, we both had our shirts on inside out and backwards.
You did.
So did Mark.
Mark did too.
Yeah, and in the office, we were walking out,
Lord.
and I mentioned it, and the nurse said, yeah, I noticed that.
So
he whipped his shirt off right there in the doctor's
did?
office and changed his shirt. I got a little bit of a video.
You didn't do it.
No, I'm not doing that.
I've been busy.
Mark's skinny, so...
He's anorexic.
No, actually, he wasn't bad. I was surprised.
What?
His physique was You
I know he
let a
scares me because
45-year-old.
I lecture him when he's here. I'm like, "There's chicken I barbecued last night. Take it out. I'm not hungry. I'm not eating. I'll have an orange." What? Who does that? Who doesn't eat dinner, Mark?
But he ate a big lunch. We ate a dose.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop you from eating or me.
No. I gotta eat.
So
I'm
I
not
was
grandpa.
on the
What's he saying no to?
no, he burped or something.
Because we got the dogs locked up. Cinnamon might be out there.
Cinnamon's by Grandpa.
Yeah. Mark brought his dog, and all the dogs know Grandpa is the sucker. So that's what's going on.
I put my dogs away, but so Mark will be saying that all night because guess what? I'll take him to Paris.
You gotta watch the dog, Mark, or he will feed him.
Oh, I'm sorry, Trina. I don't know what the hell happened. I apologize. It wasn't on our part. I can tell you that. 6 o'clock appointment. So Dan.
Yes, he was. So who noticed signs of dementia and adverse? We all noticed the signs, and yes, he was in denial about it for quite a while, quite a number of years.
Hi, Kels.
I mean, significant denial. And he's still,
He's still in
today,
denial.
if you caught him at the right moment, he's gonna.
He says something like, "Oh, Jake, I got 2 presents. We haven't opened them yet." Dan wanted to open them because I said, "This is from Jake Dar with 2 R's." And he said, "Ooh, I want to open them." I said, "Now's not the time." Mark's here and we have apparatuses up. So anyway, he's doing good. He's happy because Mark's here. So all his favorite people are right in one room. Oh, I know, Donna. It's so sad. It's really hard. It is really hard, you guys. Today's is not the best. It's not the best. It's more intense.
My dad's doing well.
Jake sent presents, Caroline. I'm very scared to open them. So I got 2 out of the several that he sent, and Dan's like a kid in a candy shop. He can't wait to open them. He's like, "Woo! Hi, Purple Jack. We miss you too, girl."
If you could tap, that would be great. It will attract more
Hi, Psychic
viewers to replace the ones that are cycling out. Thanks, Liz. I
Tuesday,
appreciate
Wednesday,
that.
and Thursdays. So Jake says Tuesday, Wednesday, and
Thanks,
Thursday
Sally.
you get presents. It's just really for Dan. It's not really for me. He's 85 and I'm 63. Yeah. I hope they're not used either. No, they're not. They came straight from Amazon, Vina, so we're safe. Oh gosh. Did you all see? Mark is single. Mark.
Yeah.
What's the youngest woman?
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me ask. I'll ask.
And Paso Robles.
What's the youngest woman you would date? The youngest. What's the age of the youngest woman?
Youngest?
Youngest. What's the youngest
Mark
you
had
would go?
eye surgery today, so if you guys, anybody know, look at that eye thing. What does that remind you
The
of?
Bionic Man.
No, Star Trek: The Next Generation.
The Borg.
The Borg. Look at that. Mark today is Borg. He's Marcutius of Borg.
How much? The youngest?
The youngest.
47 or 48.
Oh, so under 50.
Couple years, around 50.
He's going young. He's old, man. He's going young.
That's young.
For some people, that's young.
Oh, all right. Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter. Don't know, Goodman. It's never a good sign. You must. Terminator. Well, that could be one.
What's the oldest?
Mark could love me. Mark would love me.
And then my mom would love you because my mom, her mission is to make sure that Mark is married off a second time. My mom's all over that.
Paint
mission.
it black with neon green. I don't think Mark wants to do that, but now accepting sanity applications
The
for Mark.
Porsche is alive and well out in the garage.
I drove it today, a matter of fact.
In 120 degree weather, so it must be doing pretty good. We had the pig in today because it was damn
I noticed
hot.
that.
So pig came in and we got Grandpa and Mark, so we got a million flies around because
Mark
they've been
knows.
opening the doors, going in and out. It's going to be a hot evening. It's going to be one of those nights.
So no, he didn't get. So he had one cataract surgery a month ago, and now he had the other eye, cataract and LASIK on the other eye. So Dan thinks he's going to be in pain. Dan had
I am
LASIK
very proud of my girls.
15
and my
years
son.
ago.
Both my girls are pursuing what they want to do, and they're completing.
Dina.
And Andrew is just the most wonderful human being. Whatever he chooses to do, I know I'll be proud of Andrew.
Our son's amazing. Our son's.
Mike, solidarity, man. He's another caregiver.
I believe I saw
And
him.
we're
Oh, Scotch said I was at the eye surgeon today with my dad. I believe I saw him there, Suite 310. Were you in Suite 310?
at UC Davis. I don't at the next to the Ellison building.
That's so funny.
We
Quite possible.
were there.
Well,
We ran into a lot of people today.
you are a caregiver of Sparky. Poor Sparky.
There were a bunch of people at Dose.
We just hit. Did you get?
There were
anybody?
a bunch of, when you walk around, when I'm with Mark and Grandpa,
Yeah.
as we walk, they may look and see me and go, a little familiar, I don't know. And then they see Grandpa.
Oh, sorry.
And
Spirit.
then Mark holding Grandpa, and they're like, that's them. That's them.
I have the perfect woman for Mark. Hey.
All right.
Well, let's do it.
My email is waiting. We'll make my mom happy.
Small world. Oh, thanks, Aaron. Oh, thanks, Martin.
We're having a good day. It's hot and we're exhausted.
They
because
did, Roger. They did, Roger.
Grandpa, of course, last night, he's doing really well. And, physically, which has been my biggest concern. And as he's doing well, he was just, he would not go to bed last night.
It is. Oh,
I had
he
to
was
get up
till
at 5 in the
8:30.
morning, and normally he's in bed 6:30, between 6:30 and 7, sometimes even before 6:30. Last night, 9 o'clock, we had to really push him to go to bed.
And Dan was like, of course, this is the
I
night you
can't
choose to.
Just stay up. He's like, I'm not going to bed. He was ready to go for a walk at 8:30 at night. I'm going, Dad, we can't walk. You're going to bed. He was ready to go.
Dan took him for laps
I
around
walked.
the
It was
house.
hot yesterday, so and he was up wanting to walk, so we were just
Mike is so
walking
hard.
around the house
Mike
from
is
one
so
end of the
hard.
house to the next.
Only 18 times? You're doing good if it's only 18 times, Mike. Get to 50 and then we'll talk.
Sitting on searching. Thanks for tapping. It's appreciated. Tapping brings in more.
Yeah, tapping is
Unlikely
clapping
souls.
on. Oh gosh.
Arizona, I'm lucky in many respects, but nothing comes without a cost.
I can tell
This
you.
beautiful thing, wonderful, sweet, sexy thing, it comes with a little bit of a cost.
If Dan had sex 3 times a day, he would not be saying that. Just so everybody knows.
I would not be saying it. What does that mean? Yeah, no. It's easy to go over my head. I didn't know.
No, you can't tap, but you can like as you come in. There's
You
338
can like
people,
on the YouTube.
and there's only 88 likes. So
And tapping on the.
I'm not an angel. I'm pretty close, but I'm not a complete angel. I may have wings, but I don't have a halo. That is for sure.
And the wings are stolen. So beware.
We're all tired. It's so funny because, this life is just exhausting. It's not just Grandpa, but he's the cherry on the cake.
But it's also makes life interesting. We're getting ready today. We're at the point with my mom now that while she's completely there mentally, she physically is taking a toll on her, and
I know.
because she takes medicine and someone needs to manage her pills. We're getting ready to have my mom move in with my sister. We had a long conversation today, and I've been talking to my other siblings. So we may be doing this. My sister may be doing the same thing, which is great. She watched us, right? And she's ready to step up and do it, which really makes me happy.
Could have said 3 times a day. I'm shooting for once before the big nap.
The big nap.
Could have been. Oh
This is
shit.
You said I want one more time before the big nap?
Could have said that. Oh, sorry, Dana. Hi, Rita.
Sorry for your loss.
And that's the thing. How's mom with Corona?
I mean, it's miserable because she's been isolating for 5 days in her room, and that's hard to be alone. And they can bring the food. I said you could, if you could isolate at Carrie's house or here at my house, my exposure. So that's what happens when you have a family.
So where she lives, it's 5 days from her test.
But she was symptomatic long before the test.
That. So when we brought her here, she was already 6 days in from her.
None of us, nobody developed or caught COVID. And what was on a Wednesday that we had her here?
Yeah, Wednesday.
I mean, she was feeling really bad on Wednesday, so I brought her here. We did not know that she had COVID. And she was here all morning. She hugged Andrew. I was in her apartment, drove in the same car, here, back. And then when she tested positive, we were worried, but I think her viral load was so low. But she has so much going on that it's just really difficult for her. So, but you have to. We waited way too long with my dad, and we don't want to be in a position where
we're rushing
on the same day. She falls or she all of a sudden she can't do it, and we're sitting there with sitting on our hands. So we're being a little more proactive.
We learned from Ed.
Yeah, we learned.
And sometimes that's unfortunately the way life works, right?
But if you learn from the past, you're doing well. There's no book of life. Someone needs to write one, like a handbook for life, an instruction manual.
But there's no instruction. You can't, because it's not evident for everybody. Everybody's different in the book of life.
Everybody's different.
How do you squeeze in through? We don't, Mama.
I mean, I could certainly show you how to squeeze it in.
He would
3 times
squeeze
a
it
day, but
he would have to. Oh, do you want to get up?
I would need probably a couple more wives.
What wife has enough time for all that shit? Not me. I can tell you that.
Don't worry about.
That day about a casket. I can get you for shit.
That's why you have it on.
The 49er one. Okay. Make sure it's on loan for that guy. Dan. Oh my gosh. Steve-O, we don't talk about politics. Do you know, this life is crazy. People are too sensitive over politics, and let's not bring it up because, just because. Yeah. Is it necessary to have surgery with Ed? Alex, certain cases, yes. We are big proponents of listening to the doctors, and where his Mohs surgery is, the doctors say he could have another 10 years. It's necessary to remove that spot. Yes. So it depends on what you value. Do you value, your dad dying of natural causes, or do you value him dying of a procedure you should have done and didn't have done? It gets a tougher and tougher call every time. But with this particular variant of basal cell and the location, it could either grow into the bone or into his eye within the next year, and that's just not something it's not a good way to go. Right, so we're going to suffer for a week, and there's a permanency every time we go in, and there's trauma. I know that there's a decline that he's never going to quite recover from. It's happened. But if we didn't do it a year ago, if some of them are in the same place, we may not be here today. And his quality of life, despite all those surgeries, is good. If you watch the videos, he laughs every single day. He eats good meals every single day. He sleeps. His quality of life it warrants taking that step. It would be very different if he were on hospice or, had a terminal indication or that's going to happen quickly. But for the shape he's in, it's not even a question. I mean, the doctors don't even, we had to think about other things like the more invasive, the TAVR, which he would not be here if we didn't do it. That was a really invasive thing, but his constitution is really good, and he does recover from these things. He had a TAVR, that's a heart valve replacement at 91, and with advanced dementia, which really complicates the recovery. And my dad came through like a freaking champ. He's amazing. So as long as
you know, in conjunction with his doctors and my oldest brother, who's also a doctor, there was no, you know, in this particular instance,
Sorry, Lou.
it's not really, it's a balancing act, but it's not even close. You have to do it.
We do what we think is best, and every
We do what the
caregiver,
doctors think is best.
and also our opinion as well.
I defer to the doctors, which is what you should do, because we don't know what the hell basal cell is and what happens inside, but the doctors
Conjunction,
explain it.
junction, what's your function?
But that's a great question and a real tough issue, and the more difficult the problem, the more difficult the decision.
It does join sometimes, Jack. Yeah. And you know, everybody's situation is different, and it's not because we do one thing, you should follow in our footsteps. You have to listen to your doctors, and you have to do the right thing for where you think and how you feel.
Exactly.
We're not going to worry about this. We're going to let you finish. And then we'll worry
My
about
dad,
it.
so we put a bib on him. What's happening in
I'm not worrying
there
about
is
that until you're
it
done.
collects, you know, he eats and it falls down and it falls into the bib. And my dad, when he sees the stuff in the bib, he's trying to clean it out because he doesn't want to make a mess. So she's telling him it's okay if something falls. That's what it's for. You don't have to clean it out. We'll wash it and that will take care of it. How you doing in Afghanistan, David? Tiger Lily, whatever happened, I am also sorry. I know Frida's telling you sorry. Somebody passed. Any suggestions for preparing with the mental trauma children suffer from? Do you mean a child who suffered trauma or a child who is dealing with somebody with dementia? Because that is traumatic for both parties. And it is, advice is, no, it's not going to be an easy road. If you understand that and you don't get, and you tell yourself every time you feel like you can't do it, or you know, it's just you're gonna explode. You know, you're gonna just internally combust. Tell you you're not going to. You will make it. It's hard like anything else, but it does. You do get the learning curve over time. I'm not saying it's going to get easier. You never know what's going to happen with a particular individual, but with the learning curve, you will better be able to process the frustration and understand, become more clear that, you know, the problems are really with the caregiver and the frustration and you know, temperament of the caregiver. And you'll learn that the better you are with the patient, the better the patient's going to be with you. And it's not a tit for tat, it's just reality. If you can keep them calm, you keep them emotionally steady and not upset or panicked, it will be a lot easier for you.
Our night help
I did
is
criminal
$10,000 a month for help. Holy crap balls, Dawn.
It's expensive.
Holy crap balls.
It is really expensive to get help.
Aw, K-Tess. Her dad or his dad, sorry, I don't know. For the first time last week, forgot their name. We're not gonna worry
You know,
about it. Nope.
memory issues, you got to see a doctor because you got to make sure it's not something that can be treated.
No, I don't want you to clean it up.
He's
There, you finish, and then we'll clean it up.
Mark. See, maybe he'll sit on the couch because Mark's there.
Well, he's still eating. I gave him some dessert, and I gave him
Can
some
we
chips.
visit Grandpa Ed? What do you mean by visit?
Can you come to my house? No.
He's not, you know, it would not be rewarding, probably for either party. When he sees people on the street and he can say hi, he can interact, and he will be, you know, he's very affable, and you'll see that, and you'll see exactly what you see in the videos. But if you sat for 5 minutes, you would realize it's not quite, you know, what it looks like. It's not quite as entertaining after 5 minutes. You know, like I shot today. I shot probably with Mark throughout the day, 35 minutes of video, and really the only thing I was comfortable posting was about 4 minutes of that. It was all I was comfortable, you know, putting out there.
Oh, Phyllis.
And the full thing is on YouTube. The other ones are on IG and TikTok.
Debbie told you could show up. Goodman, I would make an exception for you, sir. You can just show up. Oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. You know, we do whatever we can. You know, and here's the thing: we're both the professionals of ed, and we fuck up every day, and we do the wrong things. We say the wrong things. We get emotional. We get upset. We get frustrated. We are not the perfect caregiver. There's no such thing. And so I always like to just give the reality of it. I'm not here promoting the perfect way because we are not the perfect way. But we do what we try to do the best we can to be the best versions of ourselves every fucking day. Same with our kids, same with each other as marriage. And marriage, we fuck up all the time, right? 20 an hour for 12 hours a night. Oh gosh, Donna.
It's expensive and it's hard. It's
and
hard.
That's why we save the money, right, Donna? Is for in case we need that same service later, right?
We never know what he's going to need, and if he needs something like that, that's what his money is waiting for. But it's very difficult, and I fail every single day at caregiving. But I also succeed every single day.
I feel as a
and
wife.
as long as you succeed most of the time, it's going to be a good experience for the patient. I mean, you're never perfection is way out of range.
Kate, it's impossible to keep them safe, right? We sometimes
It is.
hold our breath when he walks.
Yep.
And there's no, you don't. You just pray to God every time you're up walking around, and you pray to whoever that can.
And in the moments when he's really physically, like, you know, you got to really watch. Like if he's been sitting on the couch for 2 hours, and I know when he gets up, he's going to be unsteady. So I really focus on, you know, up until he's up and walking and has his bearings. I call it his bearings. You got to get your bearings.
Always says that.
And I'm always holding him. But, you know, there's times when he gets up at night and we're not there and he's walking around. It can happen.
Here's the thing. We're very lucky that he's not physical yet. I mean, it could always happen.
Lucy, I get it.
We're lucky, Lucy, that
Takes
he doesn't.
1 second.
Yeah, it takes 1 second for a fall or a escape. You know, sometimes we have to run out. We see him. We didn't lock the door or something, and we have to run. Dan, I hear the alarm on the door. Run out. I'm incapacitated. I can't do it right now. But
That means if he's going outside and back, you know, we hear the alarm.
Yes.
Then I got to run. I got to get up, whatever I'm doing, and run.
Terry, don't feel guilty. I mean, you know, there's a lot of guilt that everybody has. If you can do it, you can do it. If you can't, you can't. Do not feel guilty or feel obligated. If you have the ability to take care of a loved one, kudos to you. If you don't, do not beat yourself up. Yeah.
If you can't do it, you can't do it, and it won't be beneficial for
Deb,
anybody.
I was a manager of a daycare center. I was in child development, and my major is child development. So I was gonna teach, and I decided I didn't like it. And I just ended up managing a daycare center for a long time, and then I quit, and I had Andrew, and I've been home since. Yeah. Does Dan have his Kansas City jersey ready for the season? No.
You know, we do have. My dad does wear that Kansas City sweatshirt a lot because it just happens to be a comfortable.
It's a great sweatshirt. It's really easy to put on him.
It's got a big head, so you know when he's got bandages on. That's why you see that a lot. You know, he's got so much stuff that people have sent him, but what we typically use are what is the easiest for him to get into, and you know, other than shirts, which we try and rotate. But yeah, I mean, it just happens to be a Kansas City, and Kansas City just happened to beat us in the Super Bowl. And God, I had a wake on Monday after the Super Bowl. I had to fly to Palm Springs. We flew through Vegas. You had to go through Vegas onto Palm Springs, and every single person in the airport was walking around with a Kansas City thing. It was just a horrible layover. People with Kansas City jerseys were coming up. They recognized me. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, they're all happy, you know, going home from Kansas City, a winner. And there were no San Francisco anything in the whole airport. Brandon, I'm so sorry, man. It is the nature of that illness. And that's why I'm wearing this shirt right now. I'm hopefully that, you know, when we reach that stage or our kids reach our stage, that they won't have to deal with Alzheimer's. Hopefully there's going to be a cure. My mom, thank you for asking, Sherry. She sounds better. I mean, I think she's doing okay, but when you're her age and you're isolated for 5 days because of COVID, it's tough. And but we are. If you heard earlier, my brother Adam called me out of the blue. He had talked to my mom, and he said, you know, he was worried she didn't remember this or that, and so. You know, we've been having conversations lately with my mom, who's very fiercely independent, but she just today agreed she's gonna.
She did?
Yeah, just today. So today, and I told my sister, you got to put the we're just gonna move ahead and do it. So we're gonna move her into my sister's the next week or so. My mom into my sister's. So this will be happening twice, really. And I said, well, keep her place for a month.
This is the first
Make
time I've
sure
heard of this.
it's a first.
And I have to tell you, I'm selfish in that because I feel like I would want her here to take care of her as well.
Well, it would be tough with my dad.
It would be.
but
It would be too.
and we don't have the extra.
He's
If we had a
he's-
bathroom,
He's eating his 6th plum.
we have a plum tree, and so we got 8 million plums. And my dad, but you know, I used to do that as a kid, and I would get sick. But I love plums.
He had like 3 in his hand, and I was like, no more. You can have that one you just took, and no more.
If you could tap, that would be greatly appreciated.
No, she doesn't have Alzheimer's. No,
No,
her mind. She's 87. She's strong as a whip. Physically, she's not as strong, but mentally, she's with it.
And you know, when you have other physical issues, they
septic.
can impact your short-term memory. Like she got COVID, and she's just exhausted and on medication.
Some of them go.
For other things, and it takes a toll.
It takes a toll.
But I told her, my mom, you know, it's time. It's time. You can live the rest of your days with your kid. You have kids that are willing to do it. You know, you instead of wasting away alone and just deteriorating and lonely, you gotta do it. It's time. So we're just gonna do it. I'm excited. My sister has no idea. I just kept telling her, "Sis, you better talk to Jay. You better realize what's coming because it is a major commitment. It's a monumental commitment." But again, she'll have a lot of help. I have a big family, and my mom will be easier to have someone come in. Whereas my dad, it's very difficult because his incapacity is mental. Whereas if it's my mom, it's physical, and Andrew or any one of her granddaughters or Mark or whoever could go. If my sister wants to get away for the weekend, she and Jay can go, and someone can go stay with her. It will be easier than with my dad, where you just can't bring somebody in to step in. It's just much more complicated. Hi, Patricia. I don't think you missed much. It's just hot. It's hot. My dad is fine. I mean, out of the entire family, my dad today is doing the best. Mark's had surgery. I'm exhausted. My mom's not feeling well. Everyone's floundering in my family except my dad. He just, again, he's in there talking to Mark, Tyra and Marco. Madonna, that's great. I mean, people can develop relationships with caregivers and they become family. That there's nothing wrong. However you make it work for your loved one, however you can do it is the way you do it. I was talking to my mom today, and she was watching the Waltons, the television show. I just told her I watch it on because we've been changing. We haven't been watching the news for over a month because we're trying not to upset my dad, and so we've had these old television stations on, and the Waltons pop up. Bum 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 bum. That show, and good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, Grandma. I love it because it's a multi-generational, in the olden days, you didn't have memory cares. You didn't have assisted living. You took care of your family. And when they got old, the grandkids, the toddlers would be running, bringing them food. You did what you did what you had to do. It was a different time. And it's a pleasure to watch, I'll tell you.
Oh, govern. With the Waltons, really, Emily?
TikTok user, he's been symptomatic for over 10 years. So.
That was Donnie Cat. Donnie won his crack cocaine. He likes the cherry. It's a crack. I call it the kitty crack. And so he comes and gets me 2 times a day, in the morning and then evening time. I went to the bathroom and he came and bit my calf and my shin, and that's it. Donna, it's so sad. It's so sad. Lisa, he had cataract and LASIK on the other eye. Yeah.
Yeah, so now he's got two good eyes.
And I love the fact, I always reassure Joanne she always had a place here. But you guys, she's not comfortable with Ed being here and having, it just unfortunately maybe
My dad is very difficult, right, and repetitive, and he's very
hard.
repetitive with her, and she doesn't have the same obligation. She divorced the man 45 years ago because he's difficult, and you can, to my mom, it was, it's kind of like reliving that part because he's difficult, and that makes it tough. But I mean, if we had to do it, we would do it. I mean, we would build another bathroom on the back room. We have a movie room that I can convert for my mom. I would just need to get her a bathroom if we had to do it. But thankfully, my sister's willing to step up for now.
And who knows, Joanne could be here in a month. We don't know.
She could end up here. It's possible.
But I would enjoy Joanne here. I really would. I've told her that numerous times, but
I
Yeah.
actually
stop it.
I actually enjoy, even having Mark here. I enjoyed that. My niece was here yesterday. I used to be that,
Come on. Hey, Mark, I'm going to feed the dog, so come get Cinnamon. I know, but she's over here.
Oh, you want to feed your dog?
Yeah. And I don't want her, because she gets a little, she smells it.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I fed your dogs a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like
I gave her some treats earlier, but I don't want her to get hurt.
Cinnamon, come here. No. Come here, Cindy. Cindy, come. Come on. Oh, jeez. Come on, you girl. Come on, let's go. Come on.
We just got some kind of restriction, so I don't know what it is. That means people are reporting for something for obviously no reason.
It's so sad, I can't.
So I'm gonna have to get off TikTok. I'll report it to our person. But people are for whatever reason angry and reporting. So guys, it's been wonderful. I'm sorry we got to leave so early.
I'm
but
on YouTube.
yeah, you can go check us on YouTube if you want to stay with us. But that's just unfortunately that's what's going on with TikTok right now. So you guys have a great night. If you want to see us, we'll continue on YouTube.
What happened?
It just said you have some kind of restriction on live. It's not going out because you're not complying with something or other. It was just mass reporting, obviously.
Administration. And
I'll send that to.
Yeah. Did you appeal it?
It didn't have an appeal. I'm gonna send it to my person. Boo 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 boo.
That's crazy.
Do 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 do.
YouTube is, yes. In many cases, it's really nice. Oh, it was going in and out too. Yeah. I'm
What?
sorry.
What was going in and out?
YouTube. I mean, TikTok.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't know, Bethany. TikTok. Somebody was reporting or something like that.
Do do
Oh, hi,
do do.
Steven. How are you? People suck. Dude. Wasn't me. Shaggy. But very sad. No, you just ate. You don't need anything from me. Grandpa's good, no? It is a calm place. It is. So, Goodman. I know. It's so sad that people just won't let people do their thing. I came back and that was gone. Yeah, Stormy, I don't know, somebody was reporting. Brooke, he doesn't have anger outbursts like some you see on TikTok or, I don't know, YouTube. I don't really watch much on YouTube, so I don't know what is visible there, but no. Luckily, I mean, he gets more stubborn. Like today, he got mad at me because he kept going in the kitchen. I don't like him in the kitchen he was using a knife to cut a plum, and that's problems. I was on the phone with a friend and I was like, nope, because every time he uses a knife, he typically slices himself. And so, you know, he got, oh, you don't know, you know, I, blah, 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 you know. And so it just is, it is what it is. So you got to do the best you can. Yeah. Do you want to talk?
Have you watched the Wolves?
Oh my gosh. So, for those of you who saw the video today, what an amazing video. And I was really, and I didn't even tell Dan, like yesterday was a really emotional day. It's the first time I had been back to that house since I moved Ed out and some of my mom things out. And I realized, like, I expected to see a completely different house, right? And all those fruit trees my mom and Ed and my kids planted. So my mom would take the kids on the weekends, and she had their own gloves and gardening. And so I was pretty emotional that day. Because so many of those plants that I saw, it was my mom and Ed and my kids that contributed to the bloomingness of that. And they didn't plant grass. They did put a fence around the back, so I couldn't see what they did in the back or if they did anything in the back. And then I saw that deer, the deer just camping out. And everybody was like, Danielle, that was your mom just chilling in her yard. And it may very well have been. And it was just such an amazing thing to see at the time that we decided to drive. And I told, because we took Delaney, Bonnie, I posted a video. And I sent the video to Josh. I haven't sent the video to the kids because, you know, they have history, and I'm wondering if they could recall some of that stuff that they helped Grandma with in the yard. But my mom planted almost everything that you saw that was there. And it was just overgrown for 18 years that she's been gone. It was pretty crazy. And that deer, yeah. Dan's not having issues? No? He's fine? Somebody says Dan having issues.
No, I just, the TikTok issue, it's just ridiculous. So I'll call, she's in New York, so I'll call her in the morning.
But did you have any weird things that came up for you? I don't know if you had as much as that. I mean, it
I have no idea what you're talking
it was
about.
really solemn to see the house. I mean, they changed the color of the house. The trim was black and it was green before. But yes, my mom and Ed, my mom pretty much was responsible for the architecture and all that. So they hired an architect and they built it. So it was pretty, I haven't been there. And you guys have heard me talk about that for a long time, about showing up and going there, and I haven't been able to do it. And because Dan was with me and Ed was with me, I said, let's drive by the house on the way back. I'm ready. And it was tough. It was tough. Stormy, thank you for that. It was, you know, just the memories of us walking as a family together down those roads, and the moments where I pulled over and cried when my mom was sick, and yeah, it brought back a lot of tough things.
The hair is going back to normal.
Jean, you're gonna lose your temper. I mean, that's part of being a caregiver. Do not feel guilty. They don't remember.
Again, I lose it every day. The key is, you know, I succeed every day too. So as long as you're succeeding more than you're failing,
For every failure.
and the person is doing well, you're doing your job.
It was hard. It was really hard for me yesterday. It really took me out yesterday. And you guys know, because I've talked about it on social media, about every time I go.
Ed did not recognize the house.
No, he didn't.
But it's been a long time. I mean, he's lived in the house
18 years.
since then, right?
Yeah.
So he's lived in a house, you know, for 8 years before he moved in here for the last 3 years.
We were hoping something would jog his memory.
Judy, all right, I got some kind of weird warning, and I just said, screw it. I'm just gonna call. I'm just gonna send the thing off and go, you gotta make this stuff go away. I could have stayed on, but
He did it just for precautions for his account.
precaution. I don't want to deal with it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Get off. If you people want to see it, then come over to YouTube.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Simple.
It's not like, you know, my life depends on doing a live and having 2,000 people watching. today just getting on was tough because we were exhausted.
We're tired.
It was a long night last night and a really early morning, and dealing with I've been to the hospital with Mark for his eye surgery, and then we took my dad out to lunch, which was in the heat, which was tough. I had to go to the store, get stuff. It's been a long day, but we tried to tough it out. Unfortunately,
No, Sarah, I didn't do a live. We were up so early, and I went because and Cinnamon's here. So Cinnamon is blind. She's in a diaper.
we have a dog walking around in a diaper.
And it was so difficult because I couldn't really take the time to get on the live today because Dan was gone, Mark was gone, and I got on. Dan had come back really quick while Mark was having his procedure done, and I just said, I'm gonna get on really quick, just get my workout done, and just try to get it done. And I was hoping to get a nap before my PT, and so my PT today was like, my jaw has gotten so much better. Like, she goes in my jaw and she's like, holy shit, Danielle, like your jaw, but it's now manifesting itself in my neck, in my traps, and she's like, yeah, we need to send you to the head and neck specialist. So, where are you going?
What's going on?
Oh no, Jamie. No, and we're lucky, we're lucky that he's not physical. Hopefully he will never be physical, but you don't know how the disease is going to manifest itself. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. So we just do the best we can, and as far as right now, he wants to be close to his family. So, oh, okay. Just saw the video. Yeah, so my mom planted most of that stuff. Yeah, almost all of that stuff that's still there. It was my mom and my kids, and Ed, of course, helped. Yes, so Stacy, I'm going to be posting a couple videos, you guys, with some of the stuff I have bought off of TikTok shop. So I have a couple of things that my friends were like, can you buy and can you do, before I buy? And so I have a purifier that people have wanted me, and I have bought this purifier. I have 2 of them in my house. I just got a 3rd one. So I have to do a video of that, and I have to do a video of not this necessarily yet, because my friend's in the process of moving, but I did that Go Pure neck stuff. I have a video for that. I'm not completely not sold on it, so I will discuss that and I will do my video. Yeah. Someone said to see if they would give you clippings. I just am not that bold to walk up to the house and say something like that. So I know people are like, did you take the trees? No, I didn't take the trees. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're GoPros. Deb would totally do it. Not yet. Sorry. It's my 5th treatment this week. Yeah. Go Pure does not work. Patricia, I'm not convinced it doesn't. And I will show that in a video. Yeah. I've done the fix. I've done a couple things that I haven't promoted because I just didn't do it at all. And I thought, no, this is bullshit. But the Go Pure, I'm not 100% sold that something is not working. So we're going to leave it at that in my video. I know, Deb would. See, I feel so bad. I know people are like, oh my God. I don't know, Patricia. I'm not sold that it's not helpful. I think everybody's body is different and everybody adjusts to different things. I can tell you, I have put it on my hands as well. And like I said, I'm not convinced it's not worth trying. That's it. I'm convinced it's not worth trying. And as far as my neck, it's hard to say, but I've been putting it on my chest too. And I've been doing it for a week now, a week before I have done anything with it. But I can guarantee that everybody has something, everybody's body's different. And this is one, I'm like, I don't know. She swears on there as much as when she was on. Oh, she's a swearer. Yeah, she's worse than me. Sometimes I'm like, Debbie, Deborah. And we are. She's a little. I mean, I'm crass. You think I'm crass? No, Debbie is the most crass. But yeah, so this Go Pure is specifically for your neck and your chest and your hands. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure that it's not working. This is the first time I've ordered something that I was like, So I'm gonna do a video of it because I believe that it could have potential for some people. It's not gonna be miraculous, you guys. This isn't plastic surgery. This isn't anything that's going to, change your life. But I believe that there's certain things. Like I got the estrogen cream for my eyes and I put it around my upper lip. And I'm gonna say it does help a little bit, right? You can't look for a miracle, plain and simple. But if it helps, and I think anyway, I've been talking about it a little bit. I'm proud of she is. Always a big heart, yeah. So, yeah, the pattern, I mean, come on. Plastic surgery is going to be the only thing that works 100%. But I think there are some elements that pump, and that kind of give you a smooth appearance or a glowy skin. And I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Again, when I post my videos, it's something that I've experienced and something that I'm like, it's a possibility that it could benefit something. You're not going to see miraculous signs like holy Jesus or doctors would be prescribing it, right? Yes, Sean, same thing. Yes. Yeah, I do. Same email. If you want to email me, mrsdcellnorcal3@gmail.com. So the Go Pure I've been using for a week. I'm not, like I said, I'm also doing the cryo on my face and my neck. And I think the both combined, I've seen some things, it's very small, but enough to be like, it works and I would buy. Yeah, so that's all I'm trying to tell you. Dan, like I said earlier, I must have thought you were on your, oh Jesus. Well, I love her, Emily. There's been a huge uptick in the vaginal rejuvenation. So, I'm too chicken to do vaginal rejuvenation, but I can tell you estrogen cream is wonderful. So, if you have the estrogen cream for other places, dab a little bit around your eyes and your upper lip. Just so you know. Upper lip, dab, 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 dab. That's all I'm saying. It's not going to turn back time, 100%, but it's there, and it helps a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Iceman, I pay attention. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so just wait until I post my video, because I'm not going to steer you wrong, but just know that it's not going to be there for, I think people expect the miracle, right? The miracle. There's no fucking miracle unless you get your skin sucked in and slicked back. Yeah. They don't talk. Oh my God. So here's the thing. I don't want to not look my age, right? But I want to age with grace and as much as I can do to help my appearance, right? But you're not going to get a magical miracle, right? With anything you serve or anything you use. But I will tell you the God's honest truth. I don't think it's not worth trying. Fix, try that. I would say absolutely not. But this, maybe. I'm just saying. I've seen a difference. Now, I didn't take before pics or after pics, but I've been watching it because I'm trying not to like compare. I'm trying to see from my naked eye and what I feel. And because I feel like I'm trying to do the things that you don't see on TikTok, a different approach. So, lipo, Ozempic. I get it, girl. They shouldn't promote it's a miracle because I'm going to be real, Patricia. It's not a miracle. But do I don't think it has some benefits? I'm not gonna say it doesn't. I mean, I've kind of seen some things that I'm like, all right, you know, if it smooths out some areas and makes it look better, I'm down. I'm down. Because I know those things, I'm not looking for a miracle. I'm looking for just some aid, some hand holding, just like with my Lexapro. I don't need to be numb. I don't need to be like, you know, just completely subdued. But if I see a little hand holding, I might be hooked. And that's it. That's it. And I will say that in my video. And if you want to try it, I will provide the link. You might get a couple dollars from whatever you buy, but whatever. I'm going to endorse what I can for what I use and what I think. Yeah. Oh, Brad, you're too sweet. You're too sweet. I'm 50. I'm 50. Age is of the essence. I can't stop time. But if I can help aid my time, I will help aid it. I see myself every day. You guys, I'm looking at myself. You know, that's the worst thing imaginable at this point time is that I'm not going to undergo the knife. I'm not going to get plastic surgery. But if I can find, when my friends call me or when my friends suggest things on TikTok or YouTube, I'm like, I'm down. I'll try it. I'll give you my honest opinion and try it, you know? But I'm not going to promote the things I don't think I like. So Go Pure gave me the and so I emailed them and said I would love to promote it because I think there's some potential. That's it. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You know, we all age differently. Some of us have the neck thing, right? Some of us gain that extra thing. It's not going to completely suck it up. And if you think you're buying something to completely take everything away, then you're delusional. I mean, just saying. Susan Summers, really, Teresa? Ugh, I hate menopause. Yes, I kind of think I kind of like it. Jury's still out, but I'm thinking there's potential for a little bit. So, and here's the thing. I've seen a lot of people who have loved the product. Patricia, I think, was the first person that said absolutely not. But most of the people who have used it have said, it's not bad. I don't expect the miracles, but it's not bad. I can see some use. And I can tell you, mostly it's been right in here. Mostly it's been right in here in my hands. My hands. Now I have nails, right? So, you know, my hands are going under that UV light. And I can say that no, they're not like ageless. Come on, you guys. Come on. But I can see some potential. A little bit. I'm good for a little bit. I know I didn't do the before and after because I just think some of those things are a little overhyped. My personal opinion. If you value me and value my opinion, you will take my video and you will say, okay, let's try it. That's it. Susan, I'm going to tell you something. The biggest result I have seen is through the estrogen cream. I've done the Retin A, I've done the retinols, I've done the vitamin C. The vitamin C gives you the glow, so what you're seeing is the vitamin C. What you're seeing around my eyes is the estrogen cream. And here, on my neck, I put the Go Pure. I literally, you know, do the Go Pure like this. And I think my neck looks different. And then I do at the top of my hands, because that's what it says. Been about a week. I've noticed a little bit of a difference. Just saying. The Lavoie purifier, I ordered 2 on Amazon, and I love them. And so I signed on because people are like, do you use purifiers and what do you use? And so I said I like to, so I promote the things that I use because people ask. So I was like, why not make a couple bucks if I can? So as far as the whole facial stuff, that's my friend's family's regime. They are in the process of changing names over from what I have. And I love the skincare line. Yes, wait, Caroline, until my video. Whatever, the last 2 weeks. So I put it on, I try to put it on twice a day. Sometimes I only do, because if I shower only once, I only do it once. So I haven't even used it twice a day consistently, but in a week, I can tell you, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Again, don't look for miracles because it's not going to happen. The only miracles you can get is with the skin fold or the skin fold, you know, the thread. But, you know, at this point, I'm looking for just any aid I can get, honestly. I'm 50. Fuck, I'm 50. God, that hurts sometimes. Sometimes it hurts. But I'm interested to see, there's a lot of people, especially on my Zoomies, their friends have used it and they're waiting for me to do my video. I just got the sample from GoPure, even though I have one that I bought for $40. I spent $40 for the GoPure. So typically on anything I sell, I have bought beforehand before I had promoted it. The litter box is the only thing because I was too cheap. And so I said, this will work, and I love the litter box, and I'm gonna buy myself another one. So I'm going to spend my money on another edition back there. But as far as everything else goes, I haven't promoted anything that I have bought myself and tried unless I try it and I love it. My void purifiers I love. And so when they asked me to join the campaign, I was like, I'll do it because I love them. And I can use another one, right? So I will do only the things that I love. I've also tried to brand with Mary Ruth's, but they haven't accepted it because I use that every day. I've used it for well over a year and I love the product. Oh, Patricia, I mean, anything that I can do to help this situation. Yeah. And if you all believe that it's going to be miraculous, a miraculous cure, then you're the problem. You're the problem. But like I said, if anything softens it or makes me glow, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. And so far, I think I have found the things that I love and I think benefits my skin. Dan's mom is doing great. Yeah, Dan's mom is doing great. Oh, and the wine, the antioxidants. So you must drink wine when you do the products, Kelsey's saying. Antioxidants and water. Water is a must. You've got to do the water. They are promoting it, and I have reached out to them several times, and nobody has gotten back to me. So I'm not going to promote it until they give me some money. Fuckers. Just kidding. I love Mary Ruth. I love it. I used to cook her own poop out of the box. It was wild. It happens, Trina. I have errant cats like that too. So it happens. But I have noticed. And so I can't give you the full, because I am also doing, you know, the cryo on my face and I'm doing it on my body. So I've noticed a difference in my neck. I'm just saying, not miraculous, but I've noticed a little bit, and that's worth me buying it. Oh, thanks, Stacy. And Cara, look, I just want to stop sweating. I can't. I don't have any magical. Do you know they do Botox for under the arms? So any sweat glands they do treat with Botox, and that's supposed to help. Also, what I've noticed is when I'm going crazy with sweating, and this may sound painful, but I'm just telling you what works. Antibacterial. Antibacterial kills the bacteria that produces the smell, and I have to put it in my inner legs. Guess what? This bitch does it. Not afraid. The underarms, I've done it, Kelsey. I've done it, and it stings. But hey, if it keeps me from smelling like a behemoth, yeah. Oh, Rich the fish. Are you too? Delpos. Iceman, it's a thing with the younger crowd. But you know, I've noticed, how many of you, I saw a TikTok earlier and it made me giggle, you know, about the faces you make when one is dancing, right? The faces you make when one is dancing. Now, I don't know if anybody recognizes the faces, but it was funny with me and my friends years back, and I was like, and one of my friends was like, Danielle, why are you doing the, you know, the duck lips? And I'm like, am I? And then now I'm hypersensitive over my faces that I make when I was dancing. No, I don't dance very much anymore, but we all make faces, so don't think you're not the only one that doesn't. Yeah, I'm just saying. Do you like it this much? Do you like to see all the expressions? And so it's funny because, Stacey, I'm with you. My crotch sweat is unbelievable. When I was in Vegas, that fucker was spritzing like a motherfucker. I was like, can you stop? I mean, enough is enough. Like, I'd almost rather have the sweat stains in my pits than in my crotch. Thank you. Yeah. Patricia, that's from all my Go Pure. And then estrogen, vitamin C. I don't have any lip fillers. I just told my PT lady today, I said I have a feeling with my TMJ and all the stress that I have with my neck and my spine and my traps that I've deplumped my lips. But I think that's something you do as you age too. Always makes me. I mean, when you're going up behind, you know, who doesn't make the face? Like, it just, I feel it. And now every time I do that, which is very rare, do I dance behind a friend and grind and bump. But, I mean, it's so much uglier now that I'm 50 than it was when I was 30, right? But it happens. You make faces. It is what it is. And that's why I'm too expressionate in my face, and that's why Botox does not work, because my Botox works extra hard, and it like moves my skin. And it's like, bitch, it's like Pac-Man. I'm too expressionate. So my dentist and all the people, they watch me, and they're like, Danielle, abort the mission. You are way too expressionate, and you give the Botox a run for their money. Stop. Stop spending the money and just embrace your expressions. When you, nice man. Yeah, Dan does too. Hey, Dan! 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 Come here! And what's this with one eye goes up? I noticed my left eyebrow goes up more than my right. What the fuck is that? I gotta pee-pee. And talk and entertain. You gotta be entertaining like me.
I gotta be entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Waltons. I was watching social media. I enjoy watching the videos. I like the kindness videos. They always get me. You know, like the videos where some guy's eating in a restaurant all alone, and he, you know, puts a candle on a cupcake or something, and then there's cameras set up to watch the people, and you get to see who steps up and goes over and, you know, keeps him company on his birthday, or, you know, people that obviously, you know, buy something small at the, you know, at McDonald's, like one hamburger and a water, and then something happens to the hamburger, a kid comes up and grabs it, and the person has nothing else. People, you know, replace the hamburger. Good human nature videos. I love them. Kelsey, all right, go take a shower. Danielle's new book adventure. I'm waiting. It is exciting, especially for her. I know that Josh lost Betty, and Josh and Bob. I don't know if I've seen his latest video. I know that there's been a number of videos, and it's difficult. And I don't know whether he's made a video after the death where he's talking. I would like to see that. Jim Bob on the Waltons. I mean, what's a good? There's always somebody annoying on every sitcom, right? Like Costanza on Seinfeld, or I don't know, Nellie on Wilder show. What was that? That was the show with Laura Ingalls.
The Waltons.
No, Laura Ingalls.
Little House on
the Prairie. They had Nellie. He made a new video. I'll watch it tonight, Sarah. Thanks for letting me know.
Bye, Les.
Bye. Is that it? I'm covered for you?
you're leaving?
I'm exhausted. I mean,
Jeez
it takes a lot of energy to come out and do this.
I know.
And I can do it while the energy's there, but I'm depleted.
Who is annoying on I Love Lucy?
Other than Lucy. I don't know.
Iceman, he
I
would
like
be
Fred.
awesome.
I like Ethel. Ricky, of course. I don't know. They were all pretty cool. And I
Bye,
Love
Sam.
Lucy.
I'll be on tomorrow. I promise. Even if I'm tired, I'll come on. Because I know you guys need me.
Well, and more is if it's hot.
It's hot. And I ran inside again today. I'm like kind of
Really?
liking the
You played with Kelsey Grammer and
RK, that's
on
cool.
Frasier. That is pretty cool.
No, Iceman, he would golf with you. Come down. We will totally entertain you. Iceman. Melissa,
I will always
Millicent,
I will
Melissa,
golf.
Millicent Martin. Who's that?
Who?
Millicent Martin. Honeymooners and Odd Couple. God, I remember the Odd Couple. I think
Oh,
I watched that.
I love The Odd Couple. Was great. That was
Caroline,
Tony,
nothing.
Jack Klugman,
Totally
and
Iceman.
Tony, whatever the hell his name was.
My auntie actress.
That was a
RK said that. So
RK.
that was
That's
the
pretty
thing.
cool. And that was a major show. I mean, that was huge.
What one was it?
Frasier. It was number one for many years.
I didn't watch
You-
Frasier at
Any
that
show
time.
that you're on, that's one you want to be on.
Frasier.
I think there was a reboot. Did
Yes,
she have
let me
any?
know, Iceman.
Did she have
Honestly.
any opportunity to get on the reboot
Randall?
show?
Who's
RK?
Randall? Do you know?
Tony Randall. That's
Oh.
right. That's for Odd Couple.
I did watch The Odd Couple. Man, they were odd. That's the
They were
sound.
odd. They were
that's,
great.
That's the
He
sound.
was a sports writer, and
I swear that Salingers are the odd couples.
I love Fantasy Island too.
She's 90 now. Oh, RK, that's really cool.
That is
I
pretty
love
cool.
that.
That's a great story.
I mean, the only story I have is my aunt's husband was the lead guitarist for Berlin. That's all I got. That's all I got. Still acting just before COVID, but think she's in. Oh, I'm sorry.
COVID
about that.
really was a killer for older people. It
It still is.
still is.
Oh,
and
too late, Taylor.
Still
I
affecting
watched
people.
that.
Even my mom and
Wilson.
over the fence. But he wasn't annoying. I mean,
No, he wasn't annoying. I have a
on
Wilson.
MASH, I
Do you
guess
know
you could
who-
say
Do you know who my Wilson is? Clint.
over the fence.
You milk Bill Cosby? Shit.
Who?
Are you ready for some football? Cowboys, Christine said.
I'm ready for some football.
Not Cowboys. My
I'll
godfather
take
was
any
excited
football.
for it. Shut the fuck up. Iceman, I was raised on Days of Our Lives. My grandmother raised me on Days of Our Lives. It's so funny because I'm writing a book. Well, I'm not writing it, but somebody else is writing it. And we were talking a lot about my grandparents today. And how pivotal, my grandparents were in my life. And it was so funny because until Days of Our Lives just in this last year went to Peacock, I watched it faithfully because of my grandparents, my grandmother. I was raised on it. I was literally an infant and they helped raise me until I was 4, until my mom took us away to California. And I was, when I'm writing this book, I'm having to, come up, she's asking me these weird questions, right? Of, well, fondest memories, what do you do, what, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like having to really think about some of the things that I remember, right? That's the first thing. And as you age, your mind plays tricks on you, right? So things are probably skewed, but I'm trying to give my best recollection because as she compiles all the information for me, and she's really making me think, and it's also exhausting because we spend the last couple times, it's so long, Marlena. But I don't watch it anymore because once it went to Peacock, I stopped. Yeah, until it went to Peacock, I stopped watching it, and but I know I could put it on and I would get the storyline. It's probably Marlena's possessed again. I did too, Susan, and it's such a. And Price is Right. Price is Right was also my grandmother's favorite. I remember some of the stories. and I love doing this new adventure of writing my book. And so the first book is probably, I have expectations that my book is going to be multiple series, right? Because it's touching on me, and then kind of Dan, Ed, and then it's going to morph into different things. I have this plan, right? And I'm hoping that it does well. But we were on the phone for 2.5 hours today, and you know, it's taking a bit of time, but it's also making me reminisce, and I'm gonna have to do some hard things, and I'm gonna have to watch some of the videos and some of the interviews my grandparents had, and I sit and cry the whole time because I miss them. I really miss them. I expect that you are going to buy my book, and even if you don't read it, I expect you to buy it. And the multitude of books that comes to follow. Oh, I love Scooby-Doo, Cindy. I think that's amazing. I love how people have different things. And it's crazy because I still laugh at the fact that I'm writing a book. Who the hell wants to know about me? I mean, it's crazy. So every book is going to have, it may not have all the answers right away, right? But it's going to, I have a plan. And Christy, who's working with me, who's going to be my writer, she has a plan too. And so I'm hoping it morphs into a bigger spectrum, and I hope it takes off. I mean, probably won't.
I think Pig might want to come in. It's hot out there.
But I'm excited. I'm excited. There's a lot of great memories. And for those of you who really enjoy me and enjoy and want to learn more, this is going to be the learn more aspect of it, right? Because I can't share it all on a great spectrum because there's so much hate and there's so much animosity in the world that not everybody's going to enjoy it, but those of you who fully get me, and you're going to get what I have to write and what I have to say. So that means the world to me. Even if it sells 1,000 copies, I'm happy, you know. It's amazing. And if anything, it's memories for my kids. It's something they will have for, you know, a lifetime on end. Yeah. Hi, Orlando. How are you? And I think it's just fun. It's fun to document, and having somebody who's like, I believe in you, and I think what you have to share is amazing, and that's amazing for me. Just to have the support and to think, I'm writing a book. And that people are interested to hear what I have to say. And I'm hoping, you know, to morph into more of a like self-help type of a thing. But I think, you know, you need the backstory of where I've come from and what I've overcame, right, to get to that point of where I am.
Bring the camera over. Do you see a pig in the house?
Dan wants to show the pig.
When it gets really hot and the pig will come to the door. It was at the other door, and I brought it back because we put it in my room when it gets hot. But I'll show you what the pig does. It's a millipig. She's a millipig. Let's turn on the light. Millipig? There's the millipig. Millipig, millipig, you are a millipig. A hungry pig. And a silly pig. Yeah, it's my millipig. Yeah, it's my millipig. Yeah, it's a millipig. Yes, you are. It's a millipig. Because it's about 100 degrees out there. She was in for a couple hours this morning, or this afternoon, and then she went out, and she came back. She got water over there. That's a millipig. So she comes in and she just cruises around my room. Nope, stay out of there. I gotta keep her in the bathroom. She'll go. Nope, because she'll go in the garbage in there for food. No, I gotta close that door, millipig. There you go, my millipig. Yeah, to my millipig. I gotta close that door. Pig wants to know what's in there. And a millipig. Yeah, she's looking in that. Millipig. Millipig, millipig, you are a millipig. A hungry pig. A silly pig. And you always know if pig's happy if its tail's wagging. If its tail's wagging, pig's happy. She's a happy pig. She's a happy pig. Are you a happy pig? Are you a happy pig? You are a happy pig, you are. You are a happy pig. Yes, you are a good pig. Aren't you a good pig? She wants an apple or something, so I'll go get her a little. The pig doctor who clips her nails tells us not to give her the fruit because
I was just in the potty and Coco was.
Coco came in. That's the minute pig.
Can you throw it over me?
Yes, I can.
Is she laying down?
It's still on, babe.
I know. Is she laying down?
She'll sit down.
Okay, so I'm not a big fan of bubbly, but they were on sale, so I bought some. So this is the blackberry. Not bad. Not bad. I might be a new fan.
Pig is in my room.
Not bad. Bernie, let's take one step at a time. Let's write the book and then we'll see. You know, we're gonna try to publish it, like publish, and if it doesn't work, we'll self-publish and then go from there. Yeah. So this is bubbly sparkling water. I don't know if it's not a burst, it doesn't say, but it's blackberry. So it was on sale, so I thought, let me try it again and see how it works, and it's not bad. Heather's single. Oh, did I say something I shouldn't have said? Yeah. She's considered a mini pig, Susan. So, RK, that's something that we thought about as well because Dan wrote a poem about her. So, you know, you never know what my book publisher will do. But I think that's also another thing that I will also have to bring up to her. Bye, Bren. Because I think a Millie Pig book would be also an amazing thing. And Salingers are very loyal people. You know, if you are taking most of the people who I've met who have taken on tasks for us have been people who have watched us or people who, it's a long story, but, and so I have a couple of women who I'm very proud to introduce and to brag about that, you know, I have contributed amazingly to something I've given back to them, and they have reached out and said, girl, like, I would love to help you and be a part of this adventure that you're on. And, you know, me and about women power. And I'm amazed that finally, like, I have some women backing me. It's been men and it hasn't worked out with the men. And I'm just laying it down the law. I'm just telling you the honest truth. And these women, one of them is been a follower for both of them have been followers for a long time and felt that I have been an integral part somehow in their lives, and they have wanted to sacrifice their time and their energy into helping me do things, right? Like the book and the new merchandise that's coming. And one of the women who did this, I'm wearing this shirt tonight. She designed this shirt for us for Las Vegas. So it's something different that we haven't done before. And I was so amazed, and she just gave back and for a Vegas trip, and she didn't make a damn thing. I mean, barely anything, and I wanted her to make as much as she could because she's putting in her time. Both of these women are amazing women, and I support the women. I love women power, and I love women, and I love, you know, just the strength in numbers, because I think in today's society we really need it. With that being said, that I am excited to work with both of these women, and I'm just amazed at, still constantly amazed by the accolades that I get every day. I spend no shit. That these women want to give back to others, and I am excited to work with them, and so far so good, and I'm very impressed with them. And like I tell everybody, Salingers have their word. And when you breach that, and when we're loyal until we have to not be anymore. And so it's amazing to have this backing, you know. I have great people behind me. I have people who are loyal. Sometimes we find out, sometimes they're not. It happens. But for the most part, I think I have a good crew. I have a good crew, and they see me for who I really am, despite my tone and my way. I remind them of themselves, and I think that's amazing. And today's day and age, I think it's important to support the woman and to support the power, support their intelligence, and support the amazing qualities we have. That's it. And I've been burned, but with every journey comes a life experience. It's brought me clarity. It's helped me become invigorated. It's helped me become determined to show the importance of supporting women. Yeah. So I'm here for it, and I will do my damnedest to continue the journey and to support thy woman. Yeah.
I gotta go back and finish my plum. It's sitting on the table. I ate half of it. I had to go to the bathroom.
More plums?
But I was going back to eat the other half.
More plums?
But I gotta go to the bathroom.
Y'all help me. Y'all help my subject. I gotta put them away. I gotta put them away because this guy is gonna eat all my plums. So anyway, I just hope whatever, those of you who take what I can give and what I can offer, I hope you take with it and run with it, because that's all I can give. And all I can give is my life experiences and what I've done with them. Hi, I said it. I said it. I'm gonna hide the plums because this is like his 7th. If he's eating another one, what good is Mark if he's on the couch watching golf? This is my time to be relaxing. Nobody's watching Ed but me. Look at that face. Look at his face. Can you see that? We do have alarms on every door. I have sounds for every door. I have creaks, I have cracks, I have everything. People are like, WD-40 that shit. And I'm like, nope, because I can tell which door's open. I can tell which sound each door is. And I know when some of us is busting up. Look at her. I cannot. Look at that face. Can you not? I can't. By the way, these are my mom's couches. Yeah, I took them from the house that you saw today. My mom, you want to hear some serious shit? I'll tell you. Right there on that couch, my mom lived until her last day. My daughter wouldn't eat blueberries for the longest time because one of the last times she saw my mom, Ed was trying to get her to eat blueberries, something, you know. And so these couches have a lot of sentimental value because they were expensive, and they were Nature Wood, I think, which is a company in Citrus Heights. And my mom, when they bought this house up here, my mom did nothing but the best because this was her dream. It was building that house that you saw today. And I took these couches because as a memory of my mom's accomplishments. And unfortunately, she didn't live in that house very long before she died. Those couches were some of her best, you know, she spent, I think, $5,000 for both of those couches 25 years ago. They're still here. I mean, they need to be gone. And Coco has done some damage to them. So eventually today I was like, it's almost time to get rid of them and get new couches. But I try to honor her as long as I can. Yeah. So they've seen these things as expensive, and that was like 20, 25 years ago. You know, Coco has bitten some holes recently into the cushions.
Are you tired?
So I don't think I can live with that. But
Want to go to bed?
those couches, it's going to be a sad day for me once I have to get rid of them because of my mom. And she was so proud because what happened was, you know, she started making serious money and she started cash, you know, when she bought this house up and when they built that house, she cashed out a lot of her stocks and she had really good money to do it. And she said, I'm not buying anything at that top of the line. And she did. And so those are some of the things that I have kept because it was important for me to honor her. And they creak, they crack. They're not the best because they're 25 years old, you guys. But Coco hasn't ruined them, so they will go eventually. Yeah. Coco. It was Hannah. Hannah bought her and called her Coda, and so it was Hannah. My banana. Well enjoyed. Yes, they have. My kids took a long time to sit on that couch because the memories of my mom on that one, specifically not the love seat. Yeah. But slowly but surely, I've relinquished some of her items because they are no longer, you know, important to by Jennifer. But they're coming to an end. That face right there ruined them, and that blanket that you see over there is covering the hole she has put in those two cushions. I can restore them. I should, but I'm very sentimental, so it takes me some time to get rid of them. And now I'm like, Coco, you're pushing me into doing that. But I could. I'm sure I can take those cushions and have them. She has allergies, so her vulva is an issue. And so sometimes when she's overstimulated, I think with her vulva, she nibbles, and so she's nibbled some holes in there. Yeah. And so my kids have avoided, Hannah has avoided those couches for years. Oh, I'm sorry, Ames. I know. But I have so many other memories. Those vases that you see, my mom collected things, so I have a lot more things that she had. I mean, most of my knickknacks are, some of them are me, but some of them are my mom, and so I have to just be able to, if I can't restore them, but I am going to try. Hi, Heidi. Good night, Heidi. I know, I get it. I'm sorry. But I try to do the best I can for my mom, and I think she's happy with the things I've tried to cherish her memory with. Yeah. I tried, you guys. You get rid of stuff. I know. I got rid of my mom's makeup. There was makeup that she used, like when that cream kind of eyeshadow went in. I took them because her fingerprint was in them, and my dog gets side point injections too, Mama. But it still doesn't help her vulva issue. It might lessen it at certain times, but it's not a cure-all at all. I was gonna show though, hold on, give me a second. Dan, I'm not gonna open them, but I'm gonna show. No. Eloise, I still use her brush, her makeup brush. It's my bronzer brush. I will not get rid of. I just will use it probably till the day I die. I know. I still have her wedding dresses she wore on my wedding day. They're in my closet. I can't get rid of them. I can't wear them. She was skinny at that time. I couldn't do it, but yeah. I don't know. It's hard, you guys. When you lose your mama, you try to keep as many things surrounding you as possible. So I have to tell you, I will try. I mean, at some point, if I can't restore those cushions, I'm OCD, you guys. I can't handle holes and shit. And I just can't do it. I'm just weird like that. And I'm like, get rid of it. Just get it out and get me new couches. So I'm trying. But they're also maybe 25 years old. It's maybe time. It's maybe time, you guys. Patricia, me too. Oh my gosh, I will never get rid of those. There's certain things I just will never get rid of. But I got, oh, good Jennifer. I know. I just, there's so many, like she collected teacups, she collected saucers. They're in that hutch, which was Ed's mom's, by the way. All this like furniture and some of the yadros you see in there are from Ed's mom. Ed's mom, Eva. So there's a lot of family heirlooms in here without like having couches. And these couches have lasted a long fucking time. And Coco, fuck you, but they may have to go if I can't restore them because I can't handle it. And I can tell you that there's so many important things that I've had to learn boundaries, right? On when to get rid of things and when to keep them. I kept a lot of her clothes that were reminiscent. I've eventually, over the years, gotten rid of that. I still have all her scarves from when she was going through cancer treatments that I will never get rid of. I have some of her costume jewelry that I won't get rid of. I have all her jewelry from over the years and the things that Ed had bought her, which wasn't very much. And I have her earrings and I have these like little gold lockets that, and I can't really tell the whole story, but that somebody had made for her. So I have some of the really pertinent things in life. And so I'm okay with letting some of the other things go. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Little by little, over the last 18 years, I have relinquished and I have let go of things. It's been hard. And sometimes I second guess some of the things I got rid of. Oh, DJ, I love that. And Joanne, there was a quilt my mom was making. And my mom was always, she's very creative and she was very like lazy. And so Joanne did put together a quilt for that with all her patches and all her things she had made and just never got around to it. So I have some of those things. She used to paint. Josh has some of those pictures, and there's one picture she painted. It's still in his bathroom today. And every time I walk in there, I'm just proud that he's kept that. It just makes me, it's the little sisterly things, and I'm like, yes, Oh, you did, Rita? Oh, I can't. I won't do it. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that yet. So some of those things, some of her vases I have in my house. She loved colorful vases. She loved like the antique like blues. And there's the one up there that you can see by the pig, by that brown and white vase. That was something she had bought. And then right there is that blue and white kind of, I don't even know what you call it, with that little ball on top of it. That was something she collected because it reminded her of her mother's stuff that she collected. And so those things I won't get rid of ever, and so, but the couches, eventually they have to go. They've been in this house for a long time and it may be time, and I'm okay with that. I really am. I have some of the most important things, I think. I have all the videos she took. I'll show you. All the videos that she took when, that I have to move this because I redid my walls and stuff, and I don't know where I'm going to put that bouncing board and if it's going to make it, but I have all her videos that she took when her and Ed, because they were big RVers and traveling across the country. And so all of the videos that she has taken, during those times are in here. And this furniture was in her house when she lived in that house you saw today. But these are all this is her writing and all the places they visited, her and Josh and Ed and their RV, and there's hundreds of them. So I need to get these. I told Josh, I said, you are going to go in with me because these are probably going to be the most beneficial for him, right? All these little tapes that can be restored. My mom's writing, yeah, pretty fucking amazing. She had the best writing. I haven't done that yet. It's another hard journey to go on. Just because she's going to be in them, you're going to hear her voice, and it's one of those things you have to be mentally prepared for. 18 years. It's been 18 years. But I know it will be very beneficial for Josh, his kids, and for me, you know, maybe my kids. Yeah, the VCR, yeah. And so there was that VCR device. You put those in and put them in the VCR thing, and you could play them on the VCR. Yeah. So I told Josh, I was like, we're gonna have to do this. And you're gonna help me pay for it because it could be costly. Be Kind, Rewind, Blockbuster. Sarah, that's the one thing that I'm really sad about is the voicemail I had of hers that I deleted after a while. I couldn't handle it. And then I'm so sad today that I still don't have that. But I have that bear. Remember that night I showed you that bear that her and Ed said, "We love you, Hannah Banana." And I know her voice is going to be, who knows? No, I know. I do remember the voice though. You know, it gets distant, but it's still there. You know, it's still there in my head. It's not expensive. I might bring them to Costco and see, because I know Costco had a restoring thing. I love that, Marianne. Yeah. I just, you know how long it took me, to go see the house. And I drive by that house every weekend to go see the Nuggets, you know? And it's just one simple exit, and I couldn't do it by myself. I couldn't do it by DJ. I couldn't do it by myself. And when Dan said, you know, let's take Ed for a drive, I'll go with you. And I said, okay, can we stop by the house? I just needed that extra support. That fucked me up yesterday. That really fucked me up yesterday. The memories came flooding back. Seeing the same foliage that she had planted, and she had planted with my kids. Seeing that they haven't really done much to the house, you know, was like, what the hell? And even Josh, I think it affected him because I sent him the video. And I said, oh my God, and he goes, God, the landscaping is still the same. Still the same. Tells her mom. That whole yard was my mom, you know? So I can imagine how it hit Josh. I haven't shown my kids yet, but I can imagine maybe it'll restore some memories of them helping my mom plant some of those things on the weekend. It was trippy. It was really trippy to see that nothing has really changed other than the fence. And the color of the house was the same color, but the trim of the house was different. It was hard. It was hard. And the deer. I was like, Dan, look at the deer. It's just sitting there. Like it was my mom just enjoying the property, because that was like her biggest accomplishment. Menopause, sorry. Yesterday was a day. It was a day. It was perfect in a way. And it was something that has been grating on me every time I drive past that exit, you know, going to see my Nuggets. And Josh hasn't been back there. And I can only imagine You know, he finished his high school in that house. Ugh, horrible. And that deer, you guys, the deer, the deer. Oh God, I mean, it was beautiful, but it was so sad. And I was like, oh my God, my kids. I would drive up, and my kids would be helping my mom plant those trees. You know, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a completely different landscaping. So when I saw the house and I saw the same landscaping and nothing else has been done other than the fence, I was like, oh, okay, I can't. I was in the back seat. I was just full of emotion, you know? Yeah. Ugh, Emily, it couldn't have been better. And you know, Dan doesn't see things the same way I do, but I look for something, some sort of sign, some sort of support, like, honey, I'm here. I'm enjoying my property, whether I'm here or not. Like, the deer was just peaceful, sitting there. Normally deer scamper off when you pull in the driveway. Fuck. Me too, Iceman. I'm doing it in front of 350 people. I think that's her. I think she's there and she's enjoying her house still. That was such a big accomplishment for my mom. You know, Ed could give two shits. He didn't care about those things. But my mom worked that hard to get to where she was, and then she died. That's a shame, you know? I believe, you know, and I think I'm hoping Dan will get there someday, that these simple signs are what you need to get by in life. You need these things to keep trekking and to keep believing that things are there. The afterlife, the people you've loved, my grandparents. The other day, you guys witnessed, some of you witnessed me and that sign, and then I was on and then the fucking shit was blowing away and there was no wind and my rafts just went flying, and I was like, is there a mouse under there? Because why would it have flown across my pool? Somebody's here watching over me. Whoever it is. I've lost a lot of people who meant a lot to me. And I have to believe that they're there, giving me some purpose, giving me some support, giving me that encouragement to keep going. My family is important to me, but sometimes you need that extra. Maybe yesterday I got a little bit of it. I don't know. But life is futile. Sometimes I struggle with fighting over the stupidest things, losing my patience over the most mundane things. And I think, God, is it worth it? I have lost so many people that were pertinent in my life. So many people who played so many pivotal roles in my life. I need to keep thinking. I need to keep wishing. I need to keep hoping. For myself. I do too, Sandy, and that deer was a sign, like, honey, this is your sign. It took you forever, and here it is peaceful for you. I want to know my mom's still here. I want to know my dad's still here at times, but my mom, God, I miss her. I really miss her. And this book is just regenerating so many things for me. Memories and you know? I know, I'm hoping, Sandy. I'm hoping. I do too, Corey. I do believe it. I have to believe it. I have to believe it because I've lost so many people so early in my life. They've missed out on my kids. They've missed out on my journey. They can, you know, I'm hoping she sees who I've become, what I am, my true heart, my true soul. I think she would be proud. I think my dad would be proud. My grandparents. And that's why I do what I do for my husband and his family. I didn't get that chance. So I'm giving back in the ways I know how. I'm not perfect. I fail. I'm shitty some days. But I'm just a broken woman. That is trying to help other people. Because I've experienced, I've lost, I've hurt. I'm still hurting. The hurt never goes away. Any of you who've lost parents that have been sorry. It's life. It's life. And I hope that I make the people proud around me, ultimately, because I've come a long way, you know? Not perfect, but I'm still doing it. You did, Susan? She don't like the anything that only mom I knew. Oh, God. It scares me because my aunt has had some weird experiences with mediums and not even going there, but being called out in a group saying your sister's here. And she was like, my mom. She was the closest to my mom. And she's had some crazy experiences. And she has this hummingbird. So when she built her house in Nashville, beautiful home, there's this hummingbird that has been there ever since. And she's like, that's your mom. I see her, I talk to her every day. And it's fucking cool. Yeah, it's fucking cool. So my aunt associates my mom with a hummingbird. I have some sparrows in my yard that dive bomb me. Every time I'm out there, they dive bomb me, and they've always dive bombed me ever since my mom died. And I'm like, that's her and my family. You know, my grandparents, maybe my uncles or whatever. You hope. You just hope. You know, that's all we have in this day and age is hope, and that they're still here with us. You know, James, this is, you know, one of the hardest journeys I've ever had, was taking care of Ed. And because I lost both of my parents, I lost my grandparents, I lost a couple uncles, and the only living, I have 2 aunts on my mom's side that are the only ones left out of 5. And, you know, despite the trials and tribulations of my relationship with Ed, seeing the importance it was for my husband to, you know, try to, you know, care for his father, and him needing me, right, to help him do it because he couldn't have done it without me. That's my journey. I mean, luckily I was able to put things past, and I was able to forgive. Do you forget? No. Do I regret doing what I'm doing? No. And like I told you, I would take care of Joanne in a heartbeat because that's my nature. I caregive. That's my nature. To take care of people. I've been taking care of my mom ever since I was 3 years old. And I was telling my writer today, I said, you know, she was asking me these, and that's, I think, a little bit why I'm emotional, because it's dredged up a lot of past today, where it kind of makes you numb, you know, because you have to search deep down inside and you have to get those true emotions out, because in my book, I want to be real, like I am here today. I want you to know. I want you to know my journey, my fight, my struggle, my sadness, my everything of where I've become today. I've taken care of my mom since I was 3 years old. I was born to be a caretaker. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. Doesn't mean I'm happy every day to do it. Doesn't mean I want to do it every day. But I know in my true calling, I am that person to take care. And I would be blessed to take care of Joanne and anybody else who needed my help. You know, sometimes I make fun and I do my eyes, you know, I'm very expressionate and I'm very those things because, you know, at the end of the day, do I want to do that? No, but I do it because I feel that's my calling. That's why I'm here today. That's why I'm here with you. That's why I invest in the people I invest in. That's why I feel a calling to come here almost every day for you guys, because that's my job. That's my purpose on this world. I think that's why I'm still alive today. As weird as that sounds, is to help others. Try to get them on the right track. Try to get them to learn and to grow and to accomplish things maybe they haven't accomplished, and they haven't accomplished until they're 48. One of the questions she asked me today was, when do you think in your 50 years that you finally were able to stand up and to speak your mind and to be as confident as I see you are today? And you know what I said? 48. 49 really became more powerful in 50. I'm the baddest bitch you'll ever meet. Doesn't mean I don't get sad sometimes. It doesn't mean I don't let the trolls get to me. It doesn't mean because I'm perfectly imperfect. Things are gonna bug me. I'm emotional. I have emotions. I have feelings. I have everything. And I wanna make everybody happy. That's just me. That's my nature. And I can't do that. And that was one of the biggest feats I had in this journey. But I'm here for a reason. And I'm gonna stay for a reason. So I may not be always on and always on point, and I may cry with you, I may laugh with you, I may be silly with you, but you're gonna get every emotion I have. Because to me, that's the sign of a true person. It's a sign of somebody on social media we don't get we don't get the true emotions of everybody. But I made that determination when I signed on to do social media. I'm going to be me. The good, the bad, the ugly, and all the in-between. The sadness, the struggles, the wins. That's me. That's me. I love you guys. I love the support. I love those of you who are loyal and who are constantly here to support me and my crazy and me, you know? It means a lot to me, and it always will. With that, I'm gonna leave. I made enough of my spectacle of myself tonight. I will be on tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I promise you I will be on. I love you guys, and I appreciate everything you've accomplished, and I appreciate everything you share. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your guidance, and I appreciate your love with everything. And for that, I can never repay you guys. But I can repay you by coming on and sharing my knowledge, my wisdom, my experiences, because somebody learns from this shit. I wish I had a me. Fuck, I wish I had a me. I really do. But I love you guys. I'm gonna get going. I gotta kind of get the house wind down. I gotta eat. I gotta kumbaya and regroup. But I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Be here or be square, or don't, whichever. You can watch it on replay. But tomorrow I want to plan on coming on and laughing and having a good time. But I love you guys. Thank you as always. Mark is sleeping over. He can't be alone for 24 hours, so I have the whole group tonight. So wish me luck. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you. I'll see you later.